your vision is genetic condition. At what point did you notice it with your climbing, basically?
Well, it affected me from right from the get-go, I guess.
This is Climbing Gold.
But I guess the thing to know is that, I've never seen normally, so I don't know what normal is for everyone else. So I never really appreciated when I was younger how crap my eyesight was because I didn't know any different, right? Um, and there's a funny thing actually, like I was 20 years old when I realized that other people could read routes because it had never occurred to me before then. Like my mate was stood at the bottom of this route looking up at it. It's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm reading the route. And it had never occurred to me that someone's eyesight would be good enough to do that. Because for me, even when my eyesight was at its best, like I could only see massive holds when they were like 2 meters away. So the thought of being able to look up at something, 25 meters away and plan where the holds were and how you're going to use them just like never occurred to me. And I had this really significant route back in 2020 when I climbed like the first route that was harder when I had no sight than I'd ever climbed when I could see a little. Like that was a really significant mental milestone for me because it kind of highlighted that if I was prepared to put in the hard work, if there was a ceiling for my climbing, I was nowhere near it.
Yeah, actually,
So
so
yeah,
explain that. So what was the route? And you said that in 2020 you did a route that was harder without sight than you had climbed previously with sight.
yeah. So the route's called Fort Lightning Crack, and it's in Heptonstall in Yorkshire. It was put up by Don Willans, who's pretty kind of infamous in UK climbing. This like hard man, like nutcase. Is that the best way to describe
Yeah,
him?
I think
Uh,
that's fair. Yeah.
Brutal and uncompromising is yeah. And what does it get in America? So it gets
What is it in
E2 slash
British?
E3,
Oh yeah,
E2
okay.
slash E3.
So that's like 511
Um,
trad.
maybe I don't know, maybe 10. Depends how much you want to
Would
sandbag
depend
someone.
depends.
Yeah, at least it's at least 10D, I reckon.
Yeah, okay. So I
Um,
mean that's like pretty real trad climbing in that way. Like any way you look at it, you're like, oh, that's you're like doing a thing.
yeah.
That's,
Um, yeah, and as I said, like that was harder. I'd on-sighted E1 like when I had crap sight, and then obviously I lost my sight as it faded away, and then kind of I pushed my climbing back to E1, and then when I went ahead and did my first E2, that was yeah like a watershed moment, really.